think a lot of people in life right now, like we live check to check. You know what I mean? I was talking to one of my best friends, and he was telling me, and I never really thought about it like this, but when we were younger, we were making enough to pay bills and, you know, maybe go out, have a couple of drinks and hang out with friends, or maybe travel to another city and hang out for a little bit. But we weren't really saving. You know what I mean? We were living beyond our means. We were just trying to fit in with the crowd and things like that. So I think once we started making more money, we felt like, oh, we could do more things. And I think that's kind of like where people are right now in life. Like most people, you know, they'll level up, they'll make more money, but they still got that check to check mindset from when they were younger and had to survive. And now they put themselves in a hole just because of that check to check mindset. I have a friend that's really big in finances, and he preaches, man, throw something in your savings account, but also invest. How are y'all with investments? Is that something that you are big into, or are you just like what's your mindset with that?
Yeah, I mean, you have to invest. It's a must.
Excuse me.
I mean, kind of like my brother, like I went to school, Ohio State University, and majored in finance. And when you see how a lot of these conglomerates move in regards to money, you got to take those same principles and apply them to your life. Like you made the comment earlier, working at the warehouse, and you tell your associates, you got to think of yourself as an independent contractor. You got to have that same mindset. Even if you're getting a check repetitively, you got to be like, all right, well, I'm the CEO of my life, and I have to manage this in a way, the same way a large business would. So yeah, you got to put money to the side, savings, investing, whatever your avenue is. I'm not going to give any type of investment advice. I'm not going to spill the sauce, but you have to invest. But I would say even more so, you have to always be thinking about how do you get another stream of income? Because that's what it really comes down to. You can work a job for 20, 30 years. At some point, you're gonna plateau. You're gonna get, even if you make it to like upper management, all right, well, you ain't gonna make it to CEO. Yeah. So now you're in upper management. If you still got that check to check mentality, you making hundreds of thousands of dollars every year, but you still low key broke, and you don't have anything else coming in. So for me, it was, yes, investing, but trying to find different ways to make money that I don't have to be as active in. I work a full-time job. I'm here hired. Okay, all my other things that I do on the side are things that I don't have to touch as much, that are just gonna bring in income. And even if it's not a large amount of income, well, I'm the CEO of my life, right? So I've already set my life up to only survive off of a certain amount of money. So as this money is trickling in from whatever my other side hustles are, that money just goes somewhere and I don't see it. And maybe I'll check it quarterly, maybe I'll check it biannually, and I'll be like, oh shoot, like you got a nice chunk of money just sitting there. I don't think a lot of people have that mindset. Like they'll say, I want to be an entrepreneur, but the reason you want to be an entrepreneur is so you can quit your job.
Yeah.
That's not really gonna work out for you, because you're gonna probably quit your job, become an entrepreneur, and 9 times out of 10, it's probably gonna fail just off of basic statistics of people that start businesses, on top of the fact that you in a different mindset when you working side hustle, whatever you wanna call it. When you working there, you saying, I gotta eat off of this. You might make different business decisions. You might cut corners in order to make more money sooner. All that stuff comes back around. Like everything is cyclical in business.
Mm-hmm. So like you feel like being in survival mode while starting a business is like crazy, is detrimental?
I think you have to be in survival mode like for the business itself, but you don't want to strain the business to say, okay, I'm in survival mode for the business, but I'm also in survival mode for myself. That can be a nasty recipe. And not to say that it doesn't work for some people, but it definitely worked for me to still have streams of income coming in while we had HYER. Because in months when we weren't like booming, we had like people would come to us with opportunities, like, oh, they trying to do like a certain type of night, and it was completely against what I thought the vision for HYER was. Now, what if I needed that extra money in order to make the rent, or I needed that extra money so that we can pay ourselves? Well, I probably would have went ahead and did that event, and who knows what that would have turned into.
Right.
Like, how would the reputation of HYER change as a result of that? So it kind of got to be both, but you don't want to depend so much on a newly formed business to supply your lifestyle.
Most definitely, man. That was a bar for sure. Yeah.